Hello, this is Jenna Roberts, and today we're going to look at the Golden Age Tarot 1909 edition, Pamela Coleman Smith, created, though, by Daniel Martin Diaz. It's the first printing, and I love that this type of deck, we have this sticker on top, but I figured out that if you push, you want to push it in, right? You have every urge in you is to go like this. No, you push and pull. That's how you get it open. And yeah, we're going to have a look at this today and do a flip through. So the back of the deck is really beautiful. These are a similar quality to the Usni deck, the Pagan Otherworlds deck. And so if you have that deck, you can get a sense of the tencel of the cards. I think it's printed through the same maker because the boxes are very similar. And this is going to be a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it looks like he has tried to honor the deck by really keeping it within the original classic look. I love teaching tarot, and I'm always appreciative that the original Rider-Waite-Smith is really what we're relying on right now for nearly every deck. And so having a classic deck is essential. Like if you don't have a Rider-Waite-Smith, go get a Rider-Waite-Smith, and this is a really beautiful edition. It has a very classic look to it, which I very much appreciate because, you know, the US Games version is a little simple and I don't know. It's nice, but this one, the backs of these is a lot more antique looking for a deck that is over 100, what is that, 116 years old or something? It's pretty great. So yeah, if you don't own a Rider-Waite-Smith, go out and get it. And I do appreciate that this deck it has a more antique look about it, which is just makes it feel more rich to the original colors. It feels, even the blacks are just, they feel like an artist graphic design, which turn of the century graphic design was, you know, posters, and she did a lot of posters. There's a beautiful book about Pamela Coleman Smith you can purchase. It's like a huge book with all of her graphic design in it. So I'm excited to own this really classy version of a Rider-Waite-Smith. I have an old beat up one. It's nice to have a fresh, because I've used the heck out of it, mainly for teaching. You know, if you're going to teach the cards, you have to go back to these. Now, you can go further back if you like, but these were the first deck to have a decorated pip, where stories were included in the minor arcanas beyond the court cards. And that's why that deck has influenced all the current decks, is because it's the only one that really shows iconography and symbolism in the minor arcana. Yeah, it's funny because at first, when I first started reading tarot, I wasn't in love with this deck, and I'm like, I don't know, it's alright. And the more I've been doing tarot since I was 15 years old now, and I've been teaching cards for about 15 years, and the more I don't know, the more I spend with the cards, the more this just becomes a home to come to, and an essential piece of any collection. I mean, if you have more than 2 decks, one of them should be the Rider-Waite-Smith. And Pamela Coleman Smith, having a female artist be a part of such a penultimate, essential artistry of tarot, is under the direction of A.E. Waite telling her what symbols to put in. She was an occultist too, so I'm sure she had her own opinions. And if you see the classic picture of her, that woman knew. She had her strong opinions. You can feel it in her eyes and her gaze. Yeah, so I appreciate that people have shifted from calling it the Rider-Waite deck to the Waite-Smith deck, or the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, that her name should always be included. And there you have it. There's the deck. So it is a lovely deck. Ooh, I like how it fans. It's really pretty when it fans. Whee! Ooh, fun design. And yeah, it has a nice tinsel to it. Highly recommend. Beautiful deck if you're going to get a Rider-Waite Smith. This is a fun choice. Golden Age Tarot by, get it in focus, Daniel Martin Diaz. Go get your own copy. Beautiful rendition of a classic deck. Treat yourself. Lovely gift for a new reader as well to make sure they have a copy of this essential deck. Please follow, subscribe, like, and join my email list so we can talk about tarot. Thanks.